Hello everyone. Happy New Year to you all. It's actually the 1st of January at 3:30 in the afternoon, so I don't know how the times go for you guys. Some of you might be asleep and some might be awake, I'm not sure. But whenever you see this, Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to all of my friends on YouTube. And that comes from Pippa, Lottie and Jonty. We all wish you a Happy New Year. Now the only problem is that I got the baby set up, really well set up, and while I went to get the tripod and put the camera up, guess what happened? You can see what happened. Pippa and Jonty fell asleep on their big sister, who is wide awake. She doesn't even look like she's going to have a sleep yet, but the two little ones have fallen asleep. And they all wanted to wish you a happy birthday, even if the babies are asleep. They still told me they wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Not happy birthday, Happy New Year. Good heavens above. So here we have my three babies, all here for you to see. And let me tell you what they're wearing. Lottie is wearing a two-piece, beautiful little white. The top looks spotty, but actually it's not. It's got little white, they're like painted, I guess, flowers. It looks almost painted on there. Tiny white dots that may form the look of flowers. It's gathered at the Empire line with a self-tied white bow and a frill around the neck and a frill around the sleeveless sleeves, I guess you would say, because it's a little sleeveless top. And she has got just plain white bloomers that go with it in a nice thick cotton, and she's wearing white short bobble socks. There are her pom-poms, and she's got grey leather shoes on, sort of silvery grey leather shoes on, in a size 15, and they're made by Mayoral, and they're size 15 and fit her perfectly. So I actually had lots of options of what colour shoes to choose for her, because I have got a few, but I went with the grey leather just because I thought they looked subtle. And she's got in her hair, I don't know if you can see that, can you? She's got like a daisy in her hair. And the babies are wearing matching outfits, and they're by Babadoo, and they're in a waffle type fabric. Jonty has got a plain white top, the same as Pippa's, with a lace ruffle collar, and he's got matching little nappy covers in the waffle fabric, but he's in a blue with a rick-rack trim down either side where there's buttons to do it up. It's a bit hard for you to see, but there's 3 buttons down either side. But you can actually just pull them on, you don't have to undo those buttons there. It's elastic at the back, elastic around the legs. And Pippa's got the same outfit on, except she's got pink nappy cover in the waffle material with 3 buttons up the side and white rick-rack trim down the edge. Oh, and they've got a bit of lace as well across the waist. So her top is just a plain white waffle weave top with a white ruffle lace collar, same as Jonty, and they've both got their Peter Rabbit dummies in just because they look so cute. And the pink matches her pink pants, and the blue of Jonty's matches the blue of his nappy cover, so I couldn't resist. So they're all dressed up for a very warm day here. It's probably only about, well, it's 29 degrees, but there's a beautiful cool breeze because it's later in the afternoon. It's just lovely outside. So that's my 3 babies who have come to wish you Happy New Year's Day. Is that what I have to say? Why am I forgetting what I have to say? That's weird. Yeah, so a Happy New Year, that's what I want to wish you, isn't it? So we've got a whole year to look forward to. Let's hope it's a great year for all of us. And if it's not great, let's hope we can deal with the things that aren't so good. So that's what I wish for all of us, a nice year with our babies and with each other. Yeah, so here they are, my 3 angels all together. You can see how much bigger Lottie is, can't you? She really looks like a big girl compared to them. They look like absolute brand new tiny babies, and she does look like a 3-month-old. She's not sitting up completely by herself. She's sort of leaning back, but she's able to hang on to her head and hold it up a bit. So she's pretty good, pretty true to age, I think. I just love the shoes and socks. I've been dying to put shoes on her. So probably a lot of times you will see her in shoes and socks just because I love it. A real baby wouldn't require shoes and socks in this situation, but as I've said before, she's not real, and I love shoes and socks, and I love dressy outfits. So here they all are, and Lottie's holding her new little bunny that she loves. She's had a hold of that bunny ever since all day yesterday. She hasn't let go of it, even when she was asleep. When I tucked her in and wrapped her up, she was still holding that bunny, so who am I to argue? Yeah, so you're in my kitchen again, as you can see, and I did try the torch experiment, and it does work. I just don't know if it'll work on camera. Why don't I just try and zoom in on her face, see if I can do that first, and then okay, and then I'll put the torch in her eyes, and maybe you can see. That's about as close as I can get at the moment without readjusting everything. So let's just see if it shows up. For me, I can see just in the normal light, but let me see if does that show anything? No. Doesn't really help, does it? If I do see, it helps here, but because of the brightness of the light, let me just see. You can sort of see that they're blue, but you still can't. They look lighter than they really are now. How ridiculous. What if I do that? Oh, that's pretty good, even though she looks a bit spooky. She looks a bit Halloween-y, doesn't she? But you can better see the blue of her eyes a bit. So we call it a semi-fail, semi-successful experiment. Not too bad. Let me just see there. You can see that one a bit. Her right eye on our left side. There we go. Anyway, that was a bit of an experiment, but not too bad. So, what else did I want to say? I would like to, well, now I'm kicking the thing, which is actually called the tripod, not called the thing. Let's zoom out so we can look at everybody. I'll just move back a bit so you can see them well. I want to see the feet. I want to make sure we can see the feet. There we go. How's that? Not too bad. There we are. So there are the babies. And what I wanted to do is play that game that Suzanne of Suzanne's Babies started ages and ages ago. And I really haven't been around much to join in, but I thought I might like to join in today for New Year's. And it's the game, I think it's called Never Have I Ever, but I can't do it that way because I get all tangled up, and all the double negatives get me completely confused. So I have to do it by telling 3 stories, and 2 of them are going to be true, and 1 of them is a lie. So, okay, we'll do it that way. So 3 stories. I won't tell the whole story. I'll just make simple sentences, 3 simple sentences. You can pick which one you think is the lie. 2 will be true, 1 will be a lie. And here we go. Okay, let's call number 1, my car once drove itself. Let's call number 2, I've been in 2 earthquakes. And number 3 is, I met Steve Irwin at the zoo. That was many years ago, actually. Yeah, so they're the 3 things. My car once drove itself, that's number 1. Number 2, I've been in 2 earthquakes. And number 3, I met Steve Irwin at the zoo. So they're the 3 things. So give a thought to them, and just put down which one you think might be the lie. And I'll come back in a couple of days and tell you which one is the lie. I promise you 1 of them isn't true, and 2 of them are true. Yeah, so that'd be good fun. I'd love to see what you think. I mean, of course, because I know, so it seems obvious to me, but we'll see what you guys come up with. That'll be fun. And at least I'm not doing the twisty inside out one of Never Have I Ever. That just does my head in. And I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I know Sue Drinkwater gets confused with it too. So maybe we've both got confused brains, but it's very hard to keep track of that one. So there you are, everyone. Here are the babies on New Year's Day, wishing you a Happy New Year's. And I am wishing you a Happy New Year's as well. And I hope you join in that little game and pick which one is the lie. So from all of us here at Baby Bunting, we'd like to say goodbye, and we'll see you very soon. So in the meantime, take care and be kind to each other. Bye bye, everyone.